Hi guys, how you going? Welcome back to the channel, or if you're new, welcome. So over the last few weeks I've been working on my kitchen. So I've done a whole heap of work in relation to one, clear focus was lightening the weight of it, but then two, I ended up redesigning the kitchen. Now if you go back to the channel, there's going to be a whole heap of videos in relation to the kitchen in particular. But what we're going to take you through today is I've purchased some new cookware on Amazon. So I'll pop up the link for you. But yeah, give you a look at this new cookware because I was looking for something that ticked all the boxes for me, so I didn't have to have two sets of things. So I'm doing a bit of cooking with gas, a bit of cooking in induction, and I wanted something that was compact, would fit in a tight space, and tick all of those boxes. And I think I found something that pretty much does the lot, and then some more. So I thought what I'd do today is take you through the cookware I've purchased, and you'll get a quick look at the kitchen as well. You'll get a really in-depth look if you go back to the channel. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so first up, what I'm going to do is pull the kitchen out. And at the moment, she's totally empty. So it pulls out, again, pulls out again, pulls out again, it's endless. This is my water pump. So actually behind here, I've actually got a 10 litre water bottle. And what happens is that pops into there. And then straight away, I've got cold running water. You press the button, you get continuous run until it's empty, or you press it and it does 600 ml. And then I've got my 2 litre hot water here as well. But yeah, so what we're here for today is this. All right guys, so this is the Sensart space-saving detachable handle cookware set, and that was something I was really specifically looking for, was a detachable handle or a handle that could be used on multiple things. Because what I found was when I was stacking stuff in boxes and into the kitchen, the handle was the biggest pain of all. All right, so let's crack her open. Look, this ended up giving me a lot of things I actually didn't want, or I'll rephrase that. A lot of the things I wasn't necessarily looking for, but then when I went and bloody searched the internet high and low, it ended up, okay, I really need that. That would be great, that would be fantastic. Whether or not I would take all of this in one trip, I'm not sure, because again, I'm very mindful of weight, but the fact that it fits in a really compact area, and for me, what I'm trying to achieve, and you'll see here, is I'm trying to get everything, I'm trying to get all this cookware fitting in this one spot, and I'll give you a close-up. Yeah, so what I was trying to do was get everything in the box in this one area. And guess what? It actually fits. So let alone you take away all the packaging now, it should be absolutely beautiful. All right, let's have a closer look. All right guys, so as you can see there, what it actually comes with is a 10-inch fry pan, an 8-inch fry pan with a storage lid, a 1.5 quart saucepan with storage lid, a 10-inch grill pan, a 10-inch saute pan with lid, a 2.5 quart saucepan with lid, and then a couple of removable handles. And a couple's great because a lot of the times you only got one, and often you definitely do need two. And then there's some in-pot protectors as well. That's what impressed me about this in totality. All right, again, instructions. And I love my cooking, as you'll see on the channel in future videos. This trip that we're doing at the moment, I've got 15 nights of dinners planned. So it's going to be huge. All right, actually nice glass top, which is fantastic. Okay, little pot protector. There's your grill pan. Another pot lid. There, so this is, a screwdriver. It even comes with a screwdriver. There is one of the lids does not have, I need to put it on. I'm not sure what these are made out of. They look like timber, but they don't feel like timber. Okay, nice little pot. Perfect lid. Then we have another one. Pop that on there to protect it. Just checking for scratches, bit of dust. All looks perfect. A little bit dusty, but not one scratch, one iota. Okay, and again, that's the lid for that. Pop that there. Another one. Take that off. Okay, beautiful. Another one. God, it just keeps coming. So that one nests, perfectly. Maybe too perfect. There we go. So that nests perfectly into there. God, this is bloody brilliant. We'll pop that one there. Then you've got handle. Okay. Locks. Feels super secure. Press. Unlock. Pop it on. Lock. Alright, cool. That's that one. Another one. Again, exactly the same. No different. Two of those. And last of all, another knob for that other lid. So we'll pop that on. All right, and hence your screwdriver. So let's get this out of the way. And that's it, nothing else in the box. All right, so what I might do now, so I'll pop that there. Let's see how we can get this all sort of nesting together. We're going to go like so, and then we'll use that in there. How good is that? There is not one bit of metal touching anything. And then we've got our handles. All right, let's have a look and see if she fits in there, how nicely it fits. And then that. I can push that into just one corner. Handles, I'll pop them in like a bit of a bag. We'll pop that in there. And have a look. How much room. I can't believe we've squeezed all of that in there. That's bloody amazing. I see one little obstacle. Let's suss this out. And when I say obstacle, obviously obstacle for my setup is that just that handle. So, I mean, that's perfect. No worries whatsoever. There you go. So a little bit of trial and error. So those in particular, what I'll do, just so happens that's the perfect size. So we'll pop that in there, that in there. There you go. Bob's your uncle. There you go. All tucked away nice and safe. Done. So that's what I was hoping to achieve, and it's worked out perfect. Alright guys, so I'll take you through some of the specifics on the pans, and I'll just bring it up on the screen for you so you can see it in detail. So what I've got up on the screen here is all the specific dimensions of everything, so you can see it. So again, pause that whenever you like, and you can basically work out whether or not it ticks all the boxes for you. Also, as you could see in the video previously, they all stack super nicely into each other, and I absolutely love the detachable handle aspect of it. So that's an absolute massive, big plus for me. For me, the handles are a little bit bulky, but because of the way it's designed, they're quite easily replaced. So what I might do is I might even pop down to IKEA and see if there's like a flatter, lower handle that could make all the difference. But obviously the glass lids will get hot, so you need to be mindful of that. But that could be a bit of a hack that could help, again, reduce a bit more height. Also, it's got the granite coating, so again, non-stick, CD free, PB free, PFOA free, whatever that means. It might mean something to some people, but to me it doesn't really mean much. We'll get to see these in action over the next few weeks. Dishwasher safe, not going to help me when I'm camping, but when you get home, if you want to give them a good clean, throw them in the dishwasher. And one of the things I absolutely was an absolute must for me was the fact I can use it on induction and gas in particular, with the added benefit I do actually have a portable electric cooktop which I can take with me, so it will work on that, and then also ceramic. So I mean, who knows what my electric cooking setup is, how it's going to evolve in the future. In the back of the four-wheel drive, this is going to give me some longevity across a variety of different things, which is fantastic. And it's even oven safe as well. So some of those pots are actually going to be able to fit in my 12-volt oven, which is absolutely fantastic. And I'll give you a bit of a look as to which ones fit, so you can work out for yourself, so you can see basically how versatile they are. And like I said, all of them you might not necessarily take. You might work out you only need X amount. All right guys, so we've got everything lined up to see what fits actually in the 12-volt oven. Now I dare say this is actually a King's 12-volt oven. I dare say most of them, the vast majority all come out of a certain manufacturer, or the dimensions are very similar. This is quite a compact one, so basically if you fit into this one, I think the rest will be absolutely fantastic. So let's put them in all in one by one and see what fits. Obviously the smallest, I've taken the rear shelf out. I've left the bottom shelf in, okay? So in, no dramas whatsoever. Next one, slightly taller. No dramas whatsoever. Next one, we'll take the lid off because you're not going to put anything plastic in there. Okay, does not fit. Take out the bottom. Still does not fit. Double check. No. All right, so far that's a no-no. Next one, this would be fantastic for a nice big roast. Height-wise fits, width-wise too big. No go. This one, again, height-wise fine, width, no go. The one I'm really hoping fitting is this one. Oh. Let's try. Oh. So the other way, it's sort of just, but can't close the door. Not going to happen. All right, guys, so there you go. So they're the only two. All right. So if that ticks a box for you, then great. But they're the only two that's going to fit in the 12-volt oven, unless you got a slightly bigger one. So as you can see, like we're talking, very, very small differences in height and width. If yours is a little bit bigger, then tick. All right, guys, so that's it for this video. That was going to be a nice, quick and easy one. Have a look at the cook set, see whether or not it ticks the boxes for you and your sort of camping setup. My kitchen's sort of quite advanced. I like doing a lot of scratch cooking, hence why I wanted to invest a bit of money into something decent. that was really compact, stackable, and ticked all the boxes when it comes to induction and gas, and this sort of does it for me. We'll see what sort of longevity I get out of it. I'm about to do 15 nights, or should I say 15 days straight of camping, and you'll see a follow-up video from this one which takes you through all that and basically the pros and cons of using them and what I would do differently at the end of it. And then in the future you will see a whole heap of videos, basically how they lasted, how they performed, what the surfaces were like, and whether or not they were a worthwhile investment. For me, from a purchase point of view, again, the reviews online seemed fantastic. At the end of the day, there was, when I purchased these, there was 2,500 purchases, and it had an overall average of 4.4 stars on Amazon. And I tend to gravitate to Amazon for so much stuff now. You go through all the feedback and the reviews, and again, if it's rubbish, they'll tell you straight away. So, as will I, once I've basically had some extensive use out of it. Alright guys, so I hope you got something out of this. I hope possibly based on this, it might tick your boxes and you might purchase it. It's all up to you. I'll pop up a QR code on the screen, so if you're interested in purchasing it, you can. Otherwise, there's links in the description also. If you find anything else decent out there that's worthwhile looking at, let me know. Drop it in the comments. If you've got any questions, also drop them in the comments. And again, as per usual, if you're liking the content, give us a thumbs up. Again, like, subscribe, share it around. If you know anyone else who's out there looking for a cookware solution, share it around. All right guys, see you around, see you out on the road, on the trails, out bush, or even in the next video. All right, cheers guys, bye.